authority, you had the audacity, writing Congressman Irvington and others appealing for funds. As you well know, I am the sole executor of the College of State. Your acting without my knowledge or consent constitutes a violation of your office. Consequently, I must ask you to submit your resignation immediately.
What is the meaning of this? While I'm pleased to see such a large attendance, I must also remind you that this is supposed to be the period for history, and what you have been just doing is far from historical. We will proceed with the lesson in history, and the class will be conducted by a former student of this college, Mr. Lucius Brokenshire Jordan.
Your mother used to fix your lunch, and you'd come to school, and all you'd get was reading and writing and arithmetic. But the world has progressed now, and now the only way you gotta have a beat. Now, children, let Brother Jordan tell you how to be reached with everyone you meet. Just get in the groove with that boogie-woogie move, cause today you gotta have a beat. People today is full of rhythm. It's in their head or either in their feet. So you better wake up and get with them, because today you gotta have a beat. The world is full of competition, and you've got to be strong to compete. If you don't know what it's about, you'll soon find out that you really gotta have a beat. The truest thing ever been said is that history always repeats, because there was a time when jazz was in line, but today you gotta have the beat. When Columbus discovered America, he was in line for the king's crown and seat. But now he would be just another sailor, because today you gotta have the beat. Paul Revere won worldly fame for his daring and brilliant feats. There's no more need for those kind of deeds, because today you gotta have the beat. Romeo won the heart of Juliet with music that was soft and sweet. But that couldn't happen to these present Juliets, because today you gotta have the beat. All of you could be successful if you get together and walk on the right street. The only receipt for success or progress today, you gotta have the beat. Old King Cole was a merry old soul. In his day, he was really all reach. But things have changed, and he looked very strange, because today, you gotta have the beat. You could finish Howard, Yale, and Tuskegee, and your education still wouldn't be complete. Because unless you got that swing, you got to have that beat. Chopin wrote some beautiful music, and to hear it played is really a treat. It's still okay, but a bit passé, because today you gotta have the beat. Now kids, that's your history lesson for today, so now let's go on out and play.
This is our mascot, Mr. Jordan. Ever since our mascot can't see no more, we don't have any luck in our game.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it, Sonny. When I was going to school here at Ware, I used to believe in rabbits, thieves, lucky charms. But all that old stuff is just a lot of superstition. Now, you take this old Mule. He's just as lucky today as he was when I was going to school here. Hey, fellas, get your instruments and let's tell little Joe about the Mule. Don't start worrying about the mule going blind. Just sit tight and hold that line. Don't worry about the cow being pulled, just drink that milk and ask for more. Don't you worry about that mule, cause he ain't going blind. Don't you worry about that mule, baby, you just hold that line. Don't you worry about that mule, cause you know he ain't no fool. Don't you worry about that mule, baby, just keep cool. Some flying high and some flying low. Somebody's got to go. You know that I know that he knows that she knows. You better listen to me and take it slow. Don't you worry about that mule, cause he ain't going blind. Don't you worry about that mule, baby, you just hold that line. Somebody's got to go. You know that I know that he knows that she knows. You better listen to me and take it slow. Don't you worry about that mule, cause he ain't going blind. The mule's been to school, he ain't no fool. So sit on your stool and don't worry about the mule.
Gee, I bet if the fellows knew that old mule was as lucky now as when he went to school, they'd win that game Saturday. I'm going to tell him. Louis Jordan, now I know why you've become such a famous headliner in show business. You just like to make people happy, even kids like Joe there.
Oh, so now you know. I sort of hope you would.
Of course, I've known right along. I hope you don't consider me as old-fashioned as the Dean and Professor Drury.
Well, Annabelle, darling, when I left Ware, Ohio, I was an unsophisticated kid myself. I didn't know what it was all about. And you know, I still can't account for the act of providence that brought me back here. But there's one thing I'm not going to miss this time.
Well, darling, it took you a long time to do that.
And I'm not going to leave without you this time.
Oh, but I can't leave Dean Hargraves and Professor Drury just when they need me most. Did you know that Benjamin Ware III is forced the dean to resign and is closing the school?
Oh, no, that's impossible. Something is screwy. Aaron, take my horn. Oh, that couldn't happen. I happen to know that Benjamin Ware I left enough money in the bank to take care of the school for 100 years.
But, Louis, Benjamin Ware III is purposely juggling the books of the Ware Fund in order to make it appear that there's a shortage. He knows how much I love this school, and he thinks he can force me into marrying him in order to save the college.
Oh, so that's it. We'll take care of Benjamin Ware III. But in the meantime, let's do some fundraising on our own. Why not stage an entertainment and dance right here in the gym Saturday night? You know, I think we could pack them in even in Ware, Ohio.
Oh, darling, now I love you more than ever.
Now, ain't that sweet? Now, just hold the phone. I'll be right back. Listen, Burl, get that government income tax friend of mine, Joe Drake. Get him down here on the double. You know, the one that makes out my income tax. I've got a very important job for him. Okay. What's that? Huh? Yeah. Well, we'll leave here for New York Saturday night, right after the dance. See you.
You boys really do look sharp when you're all dressed up.
Miss Brown, you know it's the first time I've had on this full dress since the graduation ball.
My.